You are delaying the departure of the train. Please keep all your hands and arms inside the vehicle at all times. Please secure all luggage as items may have shifted during transport. Let's go, boys. Hello everyone and welcome back to Take Your Time Gaming. We are on episode 7 of Myst Masterpiece Edition. So we are in the mechanical age currently. We are exploring the age. We are stuck in this weird mechanical room and there's like a weird torture chamber in one side and then the other side's like a museum of all the little pieces on Myst Island. So we haven't been able to move this ring yet. All we've done is map out this control pad. We did a weird rotation simulator that gave us some sound codes. If you'll remember back to the journal, it gave us these interesting directions combined with sounds. And now we're trying to find a way to rotate this bad boy. We tried the configurations in the drive room where we rotated those pieces back and forth, but that did not seem to rotate the building at all, so we're going to have to keep investigating. Back down the diamond plate hallway. I feel like I'm in an F-350 because there's so much diamond plate and so many weapons. It's basically like being inside one. And I can say that because I'm from Texas. Back down the stairs. So this seems to rotate this inner sheath or cover of the elevator, and I have a feeling it's, once it's aligned and the button is red, you can actually see that you can get into the elevator. But I wonder if anything's written on the outside of this thing, like there was on the tower in Myst Island. I don't think they would use that mechanic twice, but I'm going to kind of play with it and see if there's anything written, and I'll just come back once I've checked them all out. Okay, so there were no markings of any kind on the inner protective cover of the elevator. Close up the staircase and check out this elevator here. At least it looks like an elevator. Either that or something terrible is going to happen. Let's go down. Nothing. So that makes sense because underneath me is the big pile of gears in the drive room, and there's really nowhere for this to go, I guess. It doesn't drop out into the ocean like we almost did in Channelwood. Let's try the middle button. Okay, so nothing here, just wall. So we're in limbo. I don't know why it stops here. I guess we're already here, let's go up. Okay, a new area. Looks like a very limited area. We can't really explore anything. We just have these two views, the wall and where we just came from. But we can look up, I guess indicated by that arrow. And there's a nice vaulted dome here, so this must be the top floor. It doesn't go any higher unless something weird happens. But it looks like those levers from the imaging simulator that we have down in the scary room. So there's levers on top, but I can't get to them. Interestingly, I wonder if I can set this down to the middle, but I can't get out of it when I take it to the middle spot, so I can get to those levers. But let's push it anyway. Oh, it's timed. Ah, okay. So yes, we now have access to the levers because the elevator has dropped back down to its middle floor, and I really hope this button recalls the elevator, because if it doesn't, we're stuck here forever and we are going to die. I don't see any skeletons in the corner, so I think we're okay. But if these levers work like the ones in the scary room on the simulator, okay, so same. The left one is the putting it in gear, the gear lever, and this is the throttle. So without it in gear, the throttle does nothing. If I do put it in gear and take it out of gear, it gives me the same thing as the simulator. So you see this gear phase a little bit when I put it in gear, and then when I take it out of gear, it drops back and gives me the sound. So cowbell is the sound that it's doing right now without me having rotated it, which suggests, since that opening is facing south, just like the simulator was, right now south is where that linking book was, where we entered the island, and I guess the whole building is facing that direction. So this must be the actual controls instead of the simulator controls. So if we give it 90 degrees, put it in gear, make this tooth go 90. Okay, so it doesn't take 90, but it does snap to 180. Okay, so one half revolution of this gear is a 90-degree revolution of whatever it's attached to. So I'm guessing the building, which means I should hear spring fizz when I throw the lever now if we're actually facing east. Yep. Spring fizz, so we are east, which means another 180 of these gears should give me glass plink. Correct. And another final 180 rotation will give me card flips. Cool. So because we're now facing west, according to the revolutions that we've done, let's point it back to the east, which means we need to do 180 degrees of building rotation, which is a full rotation of these gears, since they rotate twice for every one rotation of the building. $180 and back. Okay, so I didn't quite make it. Oh no, that's right. It's giving me spring fizz. So that should mean, hopefully, the building is facing the area off to our right when we linked into the island. Let's find out. Good, the elevator comes back. I was a little bit worried. Go zooming out to the entryway. Aha, so it is indeed now facing the big staircase. This is where we linked in here, and we looked off to the right and we're able to see the staircase. Now the building is rotated along this track towards this staircase. Looks like it's made of concrete or something. Very stuccoed and Italian looking, probably very expensive. So atop this little area is a gear dial, which has 2 of the 4 squares that we saw back over here on that control panel that's attached to that gear over there. So these 2 must be, I guess, half of the combination, and maybe the other half of the combination is over, well, oh, over here. So there is this area over here, and then maybe there's one on the far side of the building. I guess we'll find out. But we're going to write down this half of the combination, because I think then later we'll get the other half, and we should be able to put it into that control pad. Sorry, that one is a little bit messy, but on the east lookout here, we've got this gear dial with these 2 plaques. Let's go back inside, give ourselves another 90-degree rotation counterclockwise, not clockwise. I'm very directionally challenged today. Your lift is taking me higher than I've ever been before. Okay, put it in gear, give it 180 degrees of boot, and then flippy, and we get the glass plank. Back inside the Doomsday rocket. Okay, now we should be on the northmost promontory. And on the northmost, we get these two symbols. So that is very poorly drawn, but we have those two blanks from the northern promontory. Now we'll flip around, go back in, and check out the final one on the western front. News from the Western Front. There's several boring gears and a pile of sand perched atop an ocean that is unending. And now the weather. Alright, throw it in gear, give it a 180, and we are listening for the trill card flips. Yep. Bueno. Muy bueno. Molto bene. Très bien. Very good in any language. I'm gonna need a new mouse after this game. All that clicking. Oh! Into space. There is nothing here. Perhaps that large shattered gear represents something. But that makes sense because we have the two pieces we need to complete our puzzle. So back to the elevator. Into the elevator. To the moon in the elevator. You got to elevate yourself. Step out. Don't go stepping out. And one more 90. So 180 rotation of these gears here. Flip. And cowbell. The answer is always more cowbell. So note to self, if I ever need a job in Myst, become an elevator mechanic, because there are so many elevators that are used so frequently that I'm pretty sure they all have to break at least every 5 days. Okay. So here's what we're looking at. Our combined code should be... Go back to our notebook and piece it together here. So we have our final combined code is the cyan logo, the weird Stonehenge, the sun rising over the mountains, and a really boring piece of pie. Punch that in there. So that one's correct. This next one needs to be the weird Stonehenge. The one after that should be sun rising over the mountains. And then the one after that should be half of an eaten pie or pizza. Let's see what this does. Victory! Ta-da! Watch, it's like a knockoff Myst book, and it actually takes you like some terrible thing. There was a really good spoof of Myst called Pissed, which was a spoof game that basically just made fun of the whole concept and how frustrating it was. So that would be hilarious if it accidentally linked us to entirely the wrong island. But what's really disappointing is there was no purpose to this island. Like, I didn't learn anything. There were no books to read. There was no, like, I don't know what happened to the people here. They're all dead, presumably. They were wiped out by the enemy. Or that elevator shaft is actually a nuclear missile silo, and they blew up their enemies, and that's why the sky has once again turned blue like Myst, because everyone in the world entirely is dead, which is one way to achieve peace, I guess. So, with that bombshell, back to Myst Island. So, we're back here at Myst. We don't know what we're doing. We only have one age left that we can't navigate to as we please, and that is rocket ship age, which I thought was Everdunes for a while, but then I realized there were people on Everdunes, and that doesn't seem like something this game is. And also, that journal never mentioned it specifically to be called Everdunes. So I don't know what this name of this age is, but we're gonna jump in a rocket ship and find out, for Pete's sake. Let's go. I find it really fascinating, though, that the rocket ship doesn't have a book that you click on. There's not a linking book, so somehow it's the most advanced technology that exists. And I guess that makes sense because he talks about the advanced technology on the island and the materials. But this spaceship has somehow like been plugged into the linking book, I guess somehow to conduct you to the next dimension. And I don't really know how that works. So the tone knobs are gone. This knob is gone. The screen doesn't do anything. The pipe organ doesn't work anymore. So wherever we have arrived, we have arrived. We are not leaving via that rocket ship. Assuming that there aren't actually just two identical rocket ships placed on different places. But then again, I don't really know how a linking book works. Like, can you just like tuck the rocket under your jacket and it counts it as one of your possessions and takes it with you when you link out? Because like, I guess if you have your ID and your spectacles or something in your pocket and you link out, you take those with you. But how do you get a rocket from one age to the other? These are the important questions. So we've arrived on a platform similar to the one we left on Myst Island. It's very dry here. It's very brown. There's not any green grass like there was on Myst Island. It's pretty stark and foggy, actually. So this little brick door is the first thing we find here in this unknown age. Okay, this is definitely a musical door because, well, I say musical. It's an auditory puzzle with multiple different sound effects. We've got Myst Island breeze, a crazy slide flute thing, obviously a train whistle, a rocket launcher, electrical arcs, odd chimes, either a rocket engine or a volcano. Sounds like a clock tower. That sounds familiar, but I can't remember what it is. And someone taking a leak. Are all these the same? Yep. So we're going to have to assemble a series of clues to get in that door. Let's make a brief note here of that. Okay, so I've got the 10 sounds. I thought it was 9 at first, but there's 10. There's the mist wind, the slide whistle, the train whistle, the rocket launcher, zappy daps, the scary flute, the rumba rumble, the clock tower, the big ka-chunk, and tinkle time. So we'll keep those in mind as we explore this island and discover which one is relevant and which one we need for the combination. So, away from the Door of Doom, which I will trademark, and this is a pretty open space compared to the other places we've been. It seems like the paths are pretty clear, but let's start off to the left. Okay, that's the door. So left, this is a single pathway around. Here's a little bit of green. We'll just keep following it around to the left. Oh, interesting. I hear the babbling brook, the sound of water. What is this? A microphone? Looks like a microphone. Recording the sound of the fountain, and then when I click it, it lights up like it's doing something. It's still on, even if I have the switch on. But let's turn it on, because if the marker switches have taught me anything, it's that you need to just leave stuff on. There's a blue page. What do you guys think? You want to rescue this blue page and bring it back to Akinar, who's been suspiciously bereft of pages for the last couple times? He's a little crazy, but let's see what he has to say. We'll just grasp this in our sweaty palm until we get home. Okay, so I'm going to write down that we heard the babbling brook sound, and also take down the note of that image. Okay, so past the door, the leftmost path brings us to the babbling water. There's an on button for what, and a microphone recording it. We've grabbed the blue page. On we go, back the way we came. Let's take this next most left pathway. Ooh, I hear a familiar sound. This is the sound of magma. So in the journal for this age, Atris talks about geothermal energy, and it looks like there are indeed pipes coming out of the ground. So he's harvesting this energy, and it's also making a very rumbly, lava explodey sound. So I hope these walls are strong enough to contain the Earth's fury. Let's write this down. Alright, now that we've singed this blue paper a bit, that looks like a clock tower. Sure enough, sounds like one too. Let's go ahead and click that button. So this clock has definitely seen better days. Sounds like it's seen better days, and looks like it too. I can hear the wind whistling and the water washing, lapping against the shore. Now I'm going to go over to these interesting crystals that I see and listen to the scary flute. So apparently these obelisks, these crystal pieces make this noise. I guess the wind is whistling through them. But in any case, I'll click the button and I'll write it down. Okay, so I'm going to leave the crystals behind. I turned on the button. Now I'm going to go up the stairs and back again to the right and complete my rightward movement. Now I hear whistling wind as it comes out of or into this well. So you can see the gust of wind. I don't see Pharrell's hat anywhere, but you can see the gust of wind coming out of this well. I'm going to go ahead and click that button and write it down. Okay, so we are all good here. That is powered up. That leaves this station. Oh, I guess we need to go down the well. So we shall go down into the scary, deep well. What, did that turn the lights on? Yep, definitely turn the lights on. I prefer the lights on, thank you. So the cave, we go through the cave. Was there anything in the cave to behold? I don't see any fantastic Lascaux cave paintings, so no indications of prehistoric civilization here. Okay. So what looks like all these dishes here are probably, and I can't really confirm this by looking, but they're probably pointed at all of the different sound sources. So those microphones pick up the sounds and beam them to this tower, but for what purpose, I don't know. Oh, okay. I have to point them individually. So I'm looking for the sounds of Tinkle Time. Are you Tinkle Time? Okay, so the sum button goes through and cycles them all. I need to individually set these. Okay, so Tinkle Time coming from 155. I don't know how sensitive it is, but let's be sure to write these down. I'm going to find them all first, and then I'll write it down after that. Zappy Zaps. No, sorry, this is geothermal I'm looking for. There we go. We'll call it 131. Clock Tower. 57 obelisks. Call it 12. And it was lonely by the Windy City. Two 12.2. Okay, so that's a very clear sound. Let's see if we can't tweak these a little bit. Here we go, 15. Okay, that's kind of handy. It does give you directional indicators that I just realized were directional indicators. That arrow flashes which direction you need to go to tweak it. Okay, so we've got some pure sound. Let's write these down, just in case we need to reference it later. Alright, we've documented all of these. in our book. We've got all of our sound effects and all of our orientations in whatever degrees or whatever that is. So let's hit the sum button and see what happens. Sounds good to me. Let's close that bad boy up. I think we may have completed this mission in uncharted space. Let's go. Back to the door. There's probably more stuff I'm supposed to pay attention to, but I'm so excited now. Left. To the door of doom. And the order was Tinkle Time, Rumba Rumble, which is number 7, Clock, which is number 8, Scary Flute, which is number 6, and Mist Wind, which is number 1. Let's give it a shot. Fail. That was not correct. How's that wrong? How's that wrong? How's that wrong? No comprendo, man. I turn them all on. Maybe clock tower is broken? I don't know. Oh, it's playing them in a different order. I'm dumb. Okay, so we have to write down the order we hear them in, not the order we orient them in. So, Scary Flute, Tinkle Time, Mist Wind, Geothermal, Clock. Okay, let's go back now that we have this revised order. Timmy fell down a well? What's that, lassie? Well, leave him in there because he can't figure out simple puzzles and he deserves to die at the bottom of a well. Alright. Scary Flute. Number 6. Tinkle Time, number 10. Mist Wind, number 1. Rumba Rumble, number 7, and Clock, number 8. Bazinga. Okay, so we descend through the door of doom into a very industrial looking and sounding environment. It's all very metallic, with sounds of hissing and steam and things. Ooh, this is intriguing looking. It's some kind of vessel, submarine looking thing. Looks kind of like a pufferfish actually, but without the spines. We're in a big round industrial looking room. lighting up the gold ship. Just push the button and hop inside. Okay, this is the exit button, I guess? No? Yeah, exit. Exit button. Okay. So we're inside the vessel now. There's a pilot's chair. Forward, backtrack, left, right. And I don't know what that is. This looks like a speaker grill. Perhaps I get some sweet tunes when I'm driving around in my submarine. That would be pretty cool. Unless it's the Beatles' Yellow Submarine on repeat forever. That would not be very cool. So let's hit the button and go forward. What do we have to lose, right? And down we go into the chasm of doom. Perhaps we are descending into an underground water cave or something. Tink. Why did it play that sound? Okay, so we drop down into this cave. And I feel like I'm on a roller coaster ride because it's as we align with different tracks here. It's not tinking. What if I backtrack? Oh. Now I have to go all the way back to the top of the cave. Zooby zooby zoo. And now we've wasted everyone's time. Let's go forward again. Like I said, elevator mechanics are well paid in the Myst universe. But apparently nobody buys WD-40, so that's the wrong business to be in. And then with the tink again. Whatever, let's just go forward. I know that sound. That is not the same sound. That's what do we call it? Card Flip McGee or something? So we went forward after we heard the tink sound. The tink sound indicates... Let me go back to my notebook. What does it indicate? Tink. Where's tink? That's from the mechanical age, though. That's not from this age. Glass plink means north. So we went north. It said glass plink. We were pointed north. We went north, and then it gave us trilly card flips. So does that mean we turn? How do we turn? Do we push the arrow? Let's find out. Let's push the arrow. So that's not blocked. So this one is blocked. You can't go through it. This one is free. And this is west, which is trill card flips sound. Let's go. Into a new station. And we hear glass blink again. So that goes north again. What options do we have? Okay, so it can't go southwest or south. But how do you... So we have 4 cardinal directions, but only 4 sound effects. But this one will navigate you in ordinal directions. So south partial ones. I wonder if it plays both sounds. So this is east. We heard glass plank. So we need to go north, I guess. Let's go north. Was that Spring Fizz? That sounded like Spring Fizz to me. You are delaying the departure of the train. Please keep all your hands and arms inside the vehicle at all times. Please secure all luggage as items may have shifted during transport. Let's go, boys. And girls. And any other. We are all going along on this train to wherever it may lead, which is probably into a geothermal chasm of doom. It doesn't really seem like a good idea. Spring Fizz again, so east again. It doesn't really seem like a good idea to drill a bunch of holes in the ground underground when literally like 20 feet away is a steaming cauldron of magma, but hey, who am I? I'm not an earth scientist. Bonk. Cowbell. We need to go south. I got a fever, and it can only be cured by more south. Allez, viens! Cowbell? Sound like cowbell. For baggage claim, take Terminal A. Cowbell. South? More south? Let's go more south. How long is this tunnel? I'm probably getting us so lost it's not even funny. Oh, that's new. It's a turn. Trill card flip, which means west. That was an interesting set of turns, though. Man, this thing would be a nightmare. Assuming I'm even following the right thing, but like I don't even know where I'm going. Like if I were lost now, I would be so out of luck. Like if this doesn't turn out to work. Please keep your hands and arms. I already did that joke. Okay, that was definitely two sound effects. So that was cowbell and trill card flip, which I guess I was right, and that means that we need to go southwest because west is trill and south is cowbell. So let's go for southwest. Thank you for flying southwest. We really appreciate your business. That was trill. Trill again. So we need to go west, pure west. This cave system is really complicated. I can't even imagine, like, maybe you just, yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I'm probably just going in circles here. That was Trill, card flip, and glass plank. Does it play it again? Oh, it does. Okay, yeah, Trill and glass plank. So that would be northwest. So it's definitely changing as I push these. So I don't think we're going around in circles, or else I'd be getting the same sound effects over and over, I guess. Whee! Okay, that was Spring Fizz and Glass Plink, so that's northeast. I'm starting to doubt that I'm going the right direction, but I have no other clues except for this, so onwards we go. Plink, straight north. Got it. This submarine has some horrific body roll. Cowbell and Spring Fizz, so southeast. We must press on! I need to get those frequent flyer miles. Hey! It did work, it did work, it did work. This is so exciting. I'm so glad I went to the mechanical age before I came to this age. I would have been hopelessly lost. And I would have been like, why is it chirping at me every 5 seconds? That doesn't make any sense. Are we here? The local temperature is 43 degrees Fahrenheit. It's a little bit chilly, so bring a jacket. And if you don't know what Fahrenheit is, I think that's like 12 degrees Celsius, but I really have no idea. That's probably not even close. The local time does not exist. Wow, that seemed pretty simple. I'm a little bit surprised by that. Really? Yeah, that's it. And we're back. Well, I think despite how much we got accomplished, we don't know anything more than we did before. So I feel like maybe I missed something, and I'm gonna go missed something. I'm gonna have to go back and investigate more. Maybe I missed some. I got so excited by the puzzles that I decided I should just run through it. But anyway, we're back in Myst. Let's stick this page in real quick, and then we'll call it a episode.
Good.
Yeah, Creeper, I'm back.
More pages you bastard. Bring more. I must have some more. All I ask of you. Long. It's so long since my brother, Cirrus, wrongfully imprisoned me within this book. Stupid schemes. pretty speech. Read, which is endless. It should be perfectly obvious to you. He's done evil and he has destroyed all before. Do not bring the red pages to him. Not let him trick you. He tricked our father. Hideously murdered our father. He'll trick you.
Murdered?
Don't touch the red pages. I beg you, bring the blue pages. To me, listen, you must obey me. Blue pages are my only hope. You must help me. You must help me.
You know, unless I have no choice to complete the game, I don't think I will. Because you guys are both nuts. And if you're both in prison and claiming the other one did it, that means someone who isn't you guys did it. And given the fact that Atris suspected you burned his books, maybe he locked you both up for good reason, and hopefully he's not dead. But then again, if he is, unless it's Catherine who locked you guys in your cells, like, anyway, I don't know. We'll explore that topic more next time, and we have successfully solved all of the ages in Myst, at least in terms of finding our way there and back home. We just need to figure out the final solution, which I don't even know where there is to go now, like, except for collecting red and blue pages. And I don't really like that option. And I would like to find Atris because he's the guy who's been setting this all up from the beginning. But I don't know how to do that. So we'll explore that next time. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hit that thumbs up, hit that subscribe and notifications bell so you can get information about more when I post more content. Follow me on Twitter at TYTGamingWB. Follow Katie at TYTGamingKC since she's the one in charge of posting and everything on the channel. And thank you so much for watching. Have a good night and cheers.